Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to True Crime and Justice. Justice. So I was just thinking of my other channel then, right? Sorry I wasn't on last week. I was not well at all. By Wednesday, it was like, holy shit. It just literally hit me full. And Thursday and Friday, I didn't even have my blinds open. Well, my blinds don't fully shut down anyway. I don't have them right down to the bottom. I don't like that because I feel enclosed in. So I only have them literally like just over 3/4 down. And my daughter noticed Saturday. No, was it Saturday or was it Friday? I can't remember. Saturday, because Ellis was coming. She went to her partner and said, I'm going to check on my mum, sick because her blinds have been down all for the past 2 days. I just want to make sure she's okay. So on Thursday, Friday, my clock, I never opened my blinds. It's like, I don't want to know the world. Leave me alone. Let me die in peace. So on Saturday, she came over, but she mentioned it to my son, and my son said, I thought that day. I thought, yeah, but you're only across the road. You didn't even pop in and see me on Friday when you wasn't at work. No, Saturday, when was it Friday? Saturday, we wasn't at work. It was at work yesterday. Was it at work Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I thought, you didn't even pop in and see me? So I thought, fuck. So yeah, I was really not up for anything over the week. It's like, just leave me alone. Let me die. Let me die in peace. So, I've received a few emails today. Well, the past few days. And I mentioned before about Kathy Bowsock. No, before we go any further, I always forget this. I'm so stupid. I hope you all had a lovely week last week and a lovely weekend, even though the weather here was diabolical. And then today, sun was out. So what happened? Lawnmower was out. So I managed to do all my back garden. Then I was trimming it, and it rung out of that stupid wire stuff. So I had to stop the trimming along the edges. I thought, okay, I'll do some of my slabs. Clean some of my slabs up in between my slabs. So I did some of that. And I thought I can do it a little bit each day. So many rows of slabs a day. You know what I mean? Because I'm planning on getting my table and chairs. And my son went to the range today? And they said they're seeing a table in there. And I said, I only want a 4-seat table with an umbrella. So that's like a 5-piece. That's like a 6-piece thing, right? And they said, Mum, you'd be better off getting the the 8-piece. I went, why? He said, because the same price as the 5-piece, 425 or something. And the 5-piece is like the 4 chairs and table doesn't have the umbrella, where the other one for the same price has 6 chairs, the table, big table, and an umbrella. I went, oh, okay. Well, I went online, 6 seats, table, umbrella, £79. I went, are they conning me? My son trying to con me out of money. Is he trying to say, yeah, I'll give you the money, you go and get it for me? I don't think he would, but it's always just I've got one of these very suspicious minds. So, yeah, £79. And they said the chairs on that table folded up, right? Well, the chairs on this table I'm looking at for £79 don't fold up. Uh-huh. Well, if that is still there at the end of this week, online, I'm having it online and I'll have it delivered. £79. And they're telling me in the shop they're marked about £125 and the chairs are foldable. Said them are better. I went, not really, I don't like foldable chairs. You never know if they're going to open or if they're going to open and not just collapse on you. So if that set is still there at the end of this week, on Thursday, I think Thursday or Friday, I will buy that for £79. And I'm not saying things. I saw it. I had my glasses on, so I'm not making this up. £79 the range online. So it just shows shop online. It's cheaper. Anyway, I had some email sent me, and I have mentioned this before, right? About capybara socks. And I mentioned it because I'd seen, when I seen when they took BHB to court, there's pictures being put out of Chris and Katie and Kathy and Terry all sitting together, right? And I went, and I seen the one picture, I went, holy feck, is that Kathy? She's lost some weight, right? And I thought, no, surely not. So, and I said to myself, that's what a guilty conscience will do. Look how much weight she's lost. I'm not sure she thinks that makes her look better. Hold on, just clicked on the woman. I'm not sure she thinks that makes her look better like that. She's right. And I thought, she's lost so much. She could see in her neck, in her face. She had a much plumper face. In 2024, we seen that on the video of JLR was being stalked by them when he was going around the area. You see her face there, and I thought, fucking hell, she's lost some weight. And I put it down to a guilty conscience, Kathy, because if you think by losing weight it makes you look better, sweetheart, it doesn't. It's aged you. It's made you look 20 years older, inside out. And that's what's happening here, guilt. So I thought, oh, wow. But I thought I'd mention it today because it was sent to me. I just want to alter that. Just alter this. There. So I don't know what you lot all think of this, but she's aged. Hi, Yang. How are you? Yeah. I mentioned it ages ago. Remember when I just said? Remember when they took Paul on Betty to court and you saw those pictures? When I first saw the pictures, I thought, no, that's not Kathy. That's not Kathy. Then I looked at it again. I thought, it fucking well is. That's Kathy Bauer socks. I thought, fuck, that's guilt eating at you there. That is guilt eating at you, girl. Right, so Hang on, I've just got to take this off though. Stop shit because otherwise, but I go to another email. I'm a lot better now, and I was just saying at the beginning, it's like I got Wednesday, and it was like, holy shit, what has hit me? Boom! My sinuses were all playing up. They've been playing up Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. Right? Because on Saturday, my daughter come up to check on me because she noticed my blind hadn't been pulled up for the past 2 days, from Thursday to Friday. It's like, just leave me alone. Let me die. Let me die quietly. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even opening my blind, even though my blinds are never fully shut. Because, as I said, I feel enclosed in. I don't even have my big curtains shut because I feel enclosed in. So, and I just needed to rest and take something for my sinuses because I can't remember what it was I was given by the chemist for my sinuses, but it wasn't working. But then Sunday I got up and I was feeling a lot better by then. And then today I got up and it's like, because there was sun today, it's like my mood was lifted, my headaches are gone, my sinuses were clear. Don't know how long that will stay though, being as I've just been and cut my fecking lawn. Hi Jen Jen. How are you, babe? I just read your email that you sent me God knows how many days ago. Because I haven't even been online. I've done 2 videos. I made 2 videos for my other channel and I just scheduled them for yesterday. I think it was scheduled for yesterday and today. Because I was working on one on Saturday while I had my grandson here. I'm always here, Jen. Always here, unless I'm ill, like last week and the week before. And it always seems to hit me on a Wednesday. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I overdo it in the days that I am feeling well or what. But come Wednesdays, it's like, nope, you're not. We're going to hammer you now. And it literally knocked me off my feet. So, but I feel a lot better. I've got my sinuses are not playing up today. Because I said to my daughter, I said, I just want my sinuses to stop playing up. And then I'll be a lot better. And by yesterday, no pain with my sinuses, nothing. And then today I've been perfect. I've been out doing my back garden today. I mowed all my back lawn again. Just took my time, done it in sections. And then I'd have a little break, have a coffee or some juice, something to eat. My cats kept coming round, bothering me. And it's so funny because if I hear a cat crying, right, I know it's Toby straight away. Because Toby's the one who cries a lot. Bobby's Bobby is more loving. He'll give a little cry, but then he'll come and get his cuddles off you. Toby just gives you the grief. It's like he's giving you earache. You know what I mean? It's like, shut the fuck up, Toby. He's like moaning constantly. So, so I know now when I hear the cry, I go, Toby, get your ass in this house. Be a big boy and get in here. But he's on the sofa. The other night I called him in, those out, and I thought, I was so thankful they come in without any hassle. I think it's the Thursday night. Or was it the Friday night? I think it's Friday night. And when I called them in about 8 o'clock-ish, because I always try and get them in for 8 o'clock, right? They both come in at the same time. I went, that's it, both you in now. Lock the door, lock the windows. So they're getting used to me calling them in by a certain time now. Toby was in well early tonight. Then Bobby come in about 7:30. I said, "You in now?" Right, I'm shutting the window. So I go and shut my bedroom window so they can't get back out. Uh, I feel a lot better. I feel more energetic as well. I don't know if it's because I've been out in the garden today. I think it's something to do with the weather. I really do. Because the sun's been out today. I was a bit worried at one stage it was going to try and rain. So I'm trying to get my lawn cut. And I thought, if I can't get it all cooked, then I can't get it all cooked. Simple as. There's always another day. But I want to work on the slabs over the next few days. Just do so many rows. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows deep. Is it 4? I think it's 4 rows deep or 5. 5 rows deep, say. I don't know how many more rows the other way. But I thought if I do like in 2 days, it's 2 sections. Yeah, I'll get it done. Because I want to get it done for when I get my table and chairs. And I want to put weed killer down then, once I've done it. So then it'll help keep the pesky fucking weeds out. I hate it's doing my head in the weeds are. It's like you look at my slabs at the moment, it's hard to say where the grass starts and where it finishes. Because the weeds are just growing so big between my slabs. My neighbours must think, look at her garden, she's letting that garden go. I'm not letting it go, I just haven't been well. Plus we've had bad weather. I haven't been able to get out and cut my lawn, not while it's raining anyway. But yeah, this is Kathy Barrow's socks. 2 years on. Not a good look, Kathy. Not a good look. And hang on, pardon me. I'm trying to find that. I can't find it now. Yeah, they're telling it's just, it's not Kylie's nail candy no more, it's just Kylie's. I was subscribed, I had subscribed to her. I'm showing not subscribed, so I am now. I'm now subscribed again to Kylie. Why it wasn't showing up in my subscriptions? Right. Okay, I found a channel anyway. We have solar flares coming at us. A lot of earthquakes and volcanoes going off right now. Everything is off. Well, you know what, Jen? If a solar flare hits the UK, it can't do any more damage than what our government is doing to it already. But that's for my other channel. That is not for this channel. If you're interested in seeing justice, if you're interested in knowing about injustice that happens in the UK, not just in the UK, anywhere. It could be the USA, it could be Europe, because we're not Europe, because we're not in the EU no more. And it used to do my head in when I come back from anywhere and it go, EU, this, I'm going, but we're not EU. We're Great Britain. We're British. Why have I got to go through? Because we're in the EU. Get the fuck. So on the screen, that's my new channel. My second channel. My second channel. Yeah, something is going on. You can feel it in the air as well. It's like I'm going to, when I finish tonight, I'm going to go out because it'll still be slightly light. I'll go out and get my lawnmower in and my strimmer in because I don't like to leave it out in the garden. Even though I've got a fence up and a gate up, I don't like to leave them out. If I had a shed, I could lock them in a shed, then fine. So I'll go out and get them in because if it rains, it buggers them up. And I won't be doing my front yard tomorrow because I really do want to concentrate and get my back garden sorted, tidied up properly. So I can get my table and chairs out there. And then once I've got my table and chairs, I can get myself a barbie. We can have some barbecues on the weekends, like when I've got my grandkids. My granddaughter will probably come and say, I'll sleep over, Gran. I want to sleep at yours tonight, Gran. I want to sleep at yours tonight, Gran. And then once she's had her food, I want to go home now. That's what she does every time she stays. Last time, though, she didn't even make it to dinner time. She went home about 4 o'clock. I'm going to go home. Okay. So I phoned her mum up because I couldn't take her home because I've got Ellis here. So Tracy had to come over and get her. And my mum said, that was early. I said, tell me about it. I don't know why. She hasn't even had a dinner. So I sent her dinner home with her. She's only having pizza, but I sent her the pizza home with her. I said, she can have that for tea. Tracy said, okay. So, what will it ever email? Oh, yeah, I've got to take this off my screen, haven't I? Because, oh, God. Right, I'll take that off. Why won't it let me cancel? Oh, I'm going to have to shut it down. Thank you. That's the only way I could get it off my screen is by doing that. For some reason, it wouldn't let me shut it down. So, can you remember which one it was of Kylie's that you was watching? About the lake or river? And because she's got quite a few there. Hold on. Just put my blind down. I'm going to put it down all the way. Just enough so people can say, okay, she's locking herself away for the night. Yeah, don't fucking disturb me. Don't knock my door because I don't answer it now. It's gone. What time is it? Gone 8 o'clock. I do not answer my door. And I've told my son and daughter-in-law and my daughter, if you need to come to mine after 7 p.m, well, 8 p.m, say, because the cats are normally out at 8 p.m. I said, but come 8 p.m, it'll be 7 p.m. in the winter. I said, I do not answer my door. So if you come knocking on my back door and I'm not expecting you, I will not answer it. So let me know you're coming up so that I can be prepared. No, I haven't got a shotgun. I don't even know how to use a gun. Right. Yeah, I wanted to play this one by Michelle had sent me. It's Ruby. Ruby and Rich, is it? Or Rich and Ruby? I started to watch it, but then, as I said, I wasn't into it, and I thought, can't be asked. So I just switched it all. I just walked away from my laptop, left it all on. Just walked away from it. And when I'm down on the sofa, I was vegging out on my sofa for the last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, I couldn't so much Saturday because I had my grandson here. Sunday I took him home. He went home early. Come back from his. by 11 p.m., 11 a.m., I was asleep on the sofa. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday, I was just couching. I became a couch potato. It's all right. It's taking time. It's not very clear. I couldn't really. I'm going to have to put the subtitles up for because has it got subtitles? Yeah. I'll put the subtitles up because I couldn't really hear it as well, and that's probably another reason I didn't watch it fully. Because if I can't hear something or I have difficulty listening to it. Oh, you sent it to me, okay. Well, we're going to listen to this Rich and Ruby. Right? It's full of common sense, this guy. He don't know, no jazz to it, no flair to it all. He just says it as he sees it. You know what I mean? Which I like. Right, right, I've got to share, haven't I? Just help if I share the screen. Because it was something about no footage. Right? No Rogers at the trash can. And I'm thinking, what? But they've said there's footage of him putting the trash out. Even the neighbour said there's footage of someone. They couldn't say it was Sebastian, but there's footage of someone putting the trash can out. It was put out 2 days ago. It says here, law enforcement confirmed that neighbourhood security cameras did not capture footage of Sebastian at the trash can, leaving the detail completely unconfirmed by external evidence. Prayers for all the missing and runaways. They all need our prayers, allegedly. These are motto. So, I've always said you've got to listen to the words, haven't you? To what people say. And look at what the words are using. And sometimes I don't always do that. Because I'm too engrossed in the video itself. And I don't always hear. I hear it, but it's not clicking in my head as to what is being said. So, hang on, let me just get. Oh, I'm going to have to watch that one later. That one about Henry Nowak, killer attacked inside prison, behind bars. He used to be in prison himself, so he knows all about it. So, they're my sort of channels I watch from my other videos. So I'll be watching that either later or tomorrow morning. So, as I said, I'm going to put the words out. I'm moving on better up here. Okay.
This morning. How y'all doing, guys? Something. I just got it. Here, I'll just read it to y'all. It says missing video evidence. All right. Says Despite intense public speculation, law enforcement confirmed that neighborhood security cameras did not capture footage of him at the trash can, leaving the details completely unconfirmed by evidence. Okay, it says though, the mother's account says, according to interviews given by the mother, Sebastian took out trash at the end of the driveway before being told to go to bed around 9 p.m. Then it shows the missing video evidence, and it talks about the landfill search because Monday morning was trash day. That's kind of one of the reasons why I guess they were able to do the landfill. I don't believe that because it's harder to get a warrant than that. But the missing video evidence, I'll read that one more time. It says, despite intense public speculation, law enforcement confirmed that neighborhood security cameras did not capture footage of him at the trash can, leaving the details completely unconfirmed by external evidence. All right, so think about that.
Right, hold on, let me just...
Right? Let me see, did I take a picture?
We've always seen he ever took that trash bin out. Because if he had, why did the dogs not ping on him? Why did the dogs, that they had going around the house and everything, why did they not alert at the bins? I understand they alerted at the post box, because on the Saturday he was seen getting out the car, going to the, while the mum drove up the driveway, then he went to the post box and got any post out the box, and skipped and hopped towards the front door, then stopped, which is a bit weird, and went back round through the garageway. Why didn't he just continue through the front door? He had the PIN code for it. Or had they changed the code and not given him the new PIN code yet? So I honestly believe that was, whoever put that trash out was not Sebastian. So Katie, come up with a better story. Come up with another story, please. Because we're all waiting for it. We're all waiting for it because that trash bin, the one that you said, how the FBI have cleaned it up really good, and you can tell it's Sebastian, and you can tell by the way he runs. Well, you know how he runs. You know how he skips. It's dark. The only lights on would be at the garage. So why didn't those lights pick out Sebastian there? Or does that ring doorbell not catch up right up the driveway? Does it only catch so far up the driveway? From the entertainment actors. Right. So, Katie, if you watch this video that we've just watched here, please, not just me, not just my channel, but there are thousands of us who would like to hear the proper story. Did Sebastian make it home that night? Bearing in mind you said he put the trash out within 15 minutes of you getting in the house. So if anything happened, it happened within 15 minutes of you getting in that house. So did Sebastian make it home that night? True, Jen. True. I don't know if she can tell what is the truth no more. I don't think she knows what the truth is no more. Right, let's continue watching this anyway. Well, listening to this. It's on the screen, but we'll listen to it as best as we can.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because remember this video here? The one that was used. Look how daytime I made that picture. I don't know if you can see it well, probably not because of the sun, but it technically, that's the one where they were trying to say, look, it's a person, no it's not. But you know what I noticed about that video? That was supposed to be that night around midnight. How come none of the trash cans are out? I don't even think that video is from that night, to be honest. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't believe it's from that night. Because I didn't see any trash cans at all on the curb. None. It's trash day. It's after midnight. Why was the trash cans not sitting? Weird, ain't it? Well, I've been looking for that information for a long time. And I'm finally able to find it, get a hold of it.
Point that light video, right? You see the trash cans up on their driveway. Yeah? Now that was supposed to have been Sunday night, early hours of Monday morning. So why weren't there trash cans on the side of the road? But then again, some might put them out. No, because this was about 3 o'clock in the morning. So the trash cans should have been out by then. Why weren't all the trash cans out on the side of the road? That's a fucking good point. If we go back and watch those videos, which I've got and I will, you'll see the trash bans sitting there because when that sensor light comes on, it lights them up. So why aren't those trash bins out on the curb? You just brought a good point up there. Never thought of that for once. That had never even come into my head about them trash bins being there. Good point. I might email
To that
Lottie
FBI
about
site
that.
spider. And I was able to find that. Thank God I was able to find that. Because one thing that I've always wondered was, do they have proof of the trash cans? And evidently, no. They're saying they have no sighting of this kid at the trash can. Now, I don't know if that means at the edge of the curb, that means by the house. I don't know what that means. I just know that it tells me that evidently there's no sighting of him at the trash can. Well, isn't that weird? That's why. It says that's the mother's account. You see what I say about these new things that come out? They just kind of trickle. And I think eventually they all get out. And it's just a matter of, you can't, public records are public records. You can't keep everything always, right?
What time does the trash normally come
And
round?
so I'm glad that they put that out. I'm glad that they've been able to say, hey, sorry, but no. Because I always wondered if they...
What time did it round? Was it 5 a.m.? Oh. It came before the school bus, and the school bus comes about 6:45-ish. So was it 5:30, 6 a.m.? So, because ours comes on a Sunday, and if I'm up early enough, I'll see them. But you know what I didn't put my bin out this week because we've got 4 bins, one full of grass, which I've got to get. I've got to pay £60 for the year for that, and I'm going to use it so many months a year. Anyway, so they come on a Sunday here, and everyone puts their bins out on a Saturday night before they go to bed. So what time do the trash thing come round? I'm going to have to look that up. Check the time again as to when these trash vans come. I might email Mob Chris from the Mob Crew and ask him. I said, "Do you know when the trash the trash can vehicle, trash bin, whatever, comes in the mornings on the Monday morning? Is it 5 a.m. or 6 a.m.? I'm sure it's about 5 a.m. It used to come at 6, but it was always coming in, getting caught up with the school buses then. I remember the woman said it used to come around about 6, but the school buses were, as they were coming out, the school buses were coming in. So that's interesting. Why weren't there trash bins put out on? And that's coming from that video from 1001 Stafford Court. Why weren't there bins put out?
They had that footage, we would see that footage.
Yeah.
Definitely, even if it was grainy, we would still see the footage. So I've always wondered about that. But
Oh, I'm envious of that nice edging on that grass. I wish I could get my edging like that.
at least now I can say. And it's funny is I just did a video this morning about an hour ago. It's about 8 o'clock now. Talking about the trash again. And then I was able to finally get that information. After all this time of fighting to get it, I finally was able to get it. So now we know, according to law enforcement, no confirmation on the trash.
Unless they go up early in the morning, like say 4, half 4,
No.
and then put the trash
Just like
bins
Seth
out.
said, it was grainy. But I don't understand what he's saying, because Seth's saying somebody was so grainy. I don't know if it was an older video or if it was a newer video or what, but why would they say that they cannot, that there's no sighting of him at the trash can? And that's why the dogs never hit the trash can.
Yeah. That's why the dogs never hit the trash can.
I mean, it makes sense.
Sebastian never went by the trash bins.
Let me know what y'all think. I think we're following a good path right now. We're going to keep our prayers and hope alive. We're not going to be hopeless and helpless.
Is that neighbour from that house where the video was took? He probably go up early in the morning and put the thing out.
As well as all these cases.
He went to work or whatever.
Cases, right? And remember, everybody's innocent until proven.
Because if he leaves at 6, he's going to get up about half 4 or 5.
Nobody's been charged yet.
Me, if I have to leave at 6 in the morning for work, I'd be up. I just won't fucking go to bed.
My alleged opinions here. Take it as a grain of salt, right? Until we get some more.
Take it as a grain of salt. Oh no, we're not taking this as a grain of salt. That was a good point he brought up about the bins.
All right. But, you know, trigger warnings, of course, times 100 million. And my alleged opinion, take it as a grain of salt. But anyway, guys, keep praying. Keep fighting. Keep clawing. Keep digging. Keep scratching. And remember, y'all's comments are y'all's and y'all's alone, not to reflect the channel. We do research together. More fire ants. We got big hearts around here. Where's Sebastian Rogers?
Is he alive?
Now what do we?
Or
Now
is he
what do
not?
we build? Right now that we can put this out, and then everybody can
Over the time, coming up to 2.5 years now,
spread this
no sign
around,
of
then we
him
can
yet.
start working more on other things. Right?
And no one just
Eliminate
vanishes.
one, scratch it off the list.
He's either being he done very, very well, or he's not with us no more.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon. We love y'all, guys. Have a blessed day.
Right, hold on, let me just get rid of that. That was a good point, though, there about the trash bins. We've always said Sebastian did not take that trash out. Always said it because the dogs would have hit on that trash. If it hit on the post box, like we heard it did, because he was at the post box on the Saturday, why would they not hit on the trash bins? Which he allegedly put the trash bins out on the Sunday night. But you know that picture the mob crew has? I've got it somewhere, but I'd have to look through it all my pictures again. You remember that picture we put out of the trash truck going past their house, right? And you could see it was a trash truck. It had lights all on, everything. And as it was just coming up to their driveway, and you could see their driveway from the house, from that ring doorbell. And you could see their lights on above the garage. And as he said, where were the trash bins? Where was the trash bins? There's no trash bins there as that truck went past. You see it in the picture. I wish I'd watched this video all the way through, because then I could have probably sat here today, well, this afternoon after I finished doing the lawn. Could have sat here and gone through and found those pictures out. Because I know I've got that one of the trash truck going past their house. But is it on the same? But either way, there's no trash bins there. There's no trash bins there. But the trash guy said the bin seemed heavier than usual. But we don't see the trash bins there when the trash truck is coming up. In fact, we don't even see. You know, when you go past up their road and you go to that house on the bend. Yeah, that house on the bend. You don't even see their bins out. You don't even see their bins out. So do people normally get up around about 4:30 as out to go to work and then put the trash bins out then? But you don't see no trash bins out. Hold on, I'll see if I can pull it up. Oh, I'll have to look. I made a video of all those lights, but I'll have to find it again. Remember, I was putting all these videos into one sort of thing, so I knew where there was. I'd have to try and sort that out again. But that is a good point about the trash lights, the trash bins. So, Katie, please come up with a new story. We're dying to hear it. Come on, Katie. Or have you forgot the first story you told us? Shall I remind you? You said you got home. You didn't say what time. You didn't say what time you got home. But you said you got home, and within 15 minutes of you getting home, Sebastian put the trash bin out. He then come in, and he went in his room to play. You then called him at 9 p.m. because you let him stay up a bit longer on a Sunday because it is a school night. You let him stay up a little bit longer. And he said, it's time to go to bed now. So he come out and said, good night, puppies. Good night, mummy. Good night, mum. Love you, puppy. Love you, mum. And off he goes to bed like a good little teenager he is. I've yet to meet that child that goes to bed when you tell him to go to fucking bed. Ugh. Yeah. We know that isn't a trash truck, Jen. We know that. I will actually sort that video out because I put all 3 videos together into one video, and we'll look at that another night because there's no trash bins out. You know what I mean? So it's making me wonder: was it Sunday night, early hours of Monday morning? Because they didn't have the trash bins out. Was it a Saturday night into the early hours of Sunday morning? But it couldn't have been because we've got proof of Sebastian at certain places on the Sunday. I don't know. But their bins was definitely sitting on their driveway because that sensor light that comes on lights their bins up. So all I can think of is the owner must go to work about 6 o'clock, so he gets up about 4:30. He probably puts his bins out then. Me, I'd rather just put my bins out the night before and not have to worry about it when I wake up in the morning because I'm too blithering idle. All I like to do when I used to work, I'd get up, right? And if I had to be at work, I'd leave my house at 6 o'clock. And I did some mornings have to leave at 6 o'clock. And I wasn't getting back in my house till gone 11 o'clock at night. Hmm. I didn't get paid for all those hours. Anyway, so I used to get up about 4:30, go and make myself a cup of coffee, sit there for like 45 minutes, drinking my coffee, having a smoke and whatever. Then jump in the shower, have a quick shower, just tie my hair back, even if it was wet. I used to dry it. You know, you do rub your hair dry a bit with the towel. Because I didn't like to use the hairdryer because it could wake my daughter up because she was living with me or my son up. So I used to just dry tan my hair, tie it back, and then I'd leave my house about 10 to 6 to go and meet whoever I'd meet in the car, with the car. So I'd literally come out the shower, tie my hair up, get my uniform on, and out the door. No, I'm going to look at those videos again. We'll look at them videos again, that light video, because there's some. Unless, like I said, he gets up about 4:30 and he puts his bins out then. Which is a possibility. Some people do put them out before they go to work. I remember when I lived in Forfar in, right, about 15 miles away from Dundee. And I used to take my trash bin out with me Oh no, my trash. Yeah, I'd go out the back way. I used to go out the back way and take my trash bin out and walk along and up the entry with the trash bin. Because where we lived in this house, it was like you had a car park, but we had a little walk from the car park to our house, right? There's like mm, one, two, three houses, then gap, then four. There's like five houses I had to walk past. But if I went the back way, I'd go past those first two, three houses, go up this big wide entryway with the bin, and then take the bin out to the where the car park was. And I used to do that every Monday morning when I went to work. Because I knew I'd be there before the trash men because I was at work leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning. And our trash men didn't come till about 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. Occasionally my son would take them out on the Sunday night for me. Occasionally. So that's interesting about the trash truck and the bins. We know Sebastian didn't put that bin out. We know that. So there's a lie straight away that she is sticking to. Now, this is what annoys me. If the FBI know that is not true, that no way have they got any evidence of Sebastian putting them trash truck bins out. They've got no video footage of him putting them bins out. How are they letting her get away with saying Sebastian put the bins out? How are they letting her get away with that? Because there's a lie straight away. So who was it who put the trash bins out? Because it wasn't Sebastian. And then, I don't know. No, on that video, you don't see, on that light video, you do not see the trash bins. You see them on that one house where the camera is, because the sensor light activates and it lights up the bins. But all I can think of is he probably gets up early enough to go to work, I say. Probably leaves about 6 a.m. in the morning. A lot of them left early. Don't forget, when they went knocking door to door at 7 p.m., a lot of people weren't in because they'd left to go to work by then. Yeah, I think KP put that trash bin out. You know what they should have done? They should have gave one of them scent dogs. They had three dogs, right? They had three dogs. Well, more than that, actually. They should have gave one dog the scent for Sebastian and let him go off and do his thing. One dog then of KP's scent, then let him go off and do his thing. And one of CP's and let that one go off and do his thing. Stagger them, right? Let one go about, say, I don't know what time the dogs come in, 9 a.m. So first dog go at 9 a.m. The second dog goes at 9:30. The third dog goes at 10. See what scent the dogs pick up. Because I'll tell you now, it'd be KP's scent on those bins. And really, KP shouldn't have her scent on those bins because she didn't put the bins out. Sebastian did. Oh, yeah, Craddock is hiding evidence. As I said, it was said there was another organisation, law enforcement agency, there was in dispute with another one. There's two agencies which were in dispute with each other. And I think because one was believing what the family was saying, and the other agency, law enforcement agency, was not believing what the family was saying. Now we know which one was believing the family, and that would be the sheriff's department. The good old boys club. Stick together. Even though Chris isn't part of that boys club because he isn't part of the sheriff's department. But he stuck with him. Right? I think they've got something on Craddock. I think that family had something on Craddock. I really do. And if I was in the USA, I would be digging like hell for that. But there's so many things I can't get into because I'm not in the US. But Craddock literally has. Craddock wants this case to go away. He wants this case to just go away. Nothing here. Nothing to see here. Carry on. Yeah, okay, I'll do cover other cases. Yeah, okay. But I will always come back to Sebastian. Always. And tomorrow night we will be looking at those light videos again. Even if I can find it, that video. You know what? That one where they said, oh, that's Sebastian hiding behind the truck. Did you see any trash bins out on there? I didn't. And that was at 12 o'clock, midnight. There's no trash bins out then. Why was there no trash bins put out, being as the trash gets picked up on a Monday? But we will look up those videos again because that has just piqued my attention now, what he said. Anyway, I found that one 15 hours ago. Right, let's see what it says. Hold on, I've got to pause it. Oh, see now it puts entertainment only, not fact. Oh, yeah, good then, Kylie. I like this video. I'm going to play it on my phone so that we don't get any interruptions, any buffering. I've got to turn my volume up then. Come on. That's it. And we will listen to what this one says because this is something about a river. Right, so let me just get my mic in place. So I can get that. Well, that's it, Jen. He's going down. He's going to lose his pension. And he's going to lose this nice big house that he's got. Because I tell you now, when this all comes out, when the truth actually starts, when someone actually starts doing something about this case, and I think this is why Seth really needs now to push to get this case moved from Sumner County to another county. Where then that county, say Clarksville, and if he said to Clarksville, if I can get this case put over to you, are you willing to hand it over to the FBI? And if they said yes, if she can get it transferred over to us, we'll transfer it then to FBI. That's what he needs to do. He needs to find another county where we can get this case transferred to so that then they can hand it over to the FBI. And then we'll start seeing action. Yeah, a nice new house. Say bye-bye. Because I don't know, in the UK they do it in some cases where if you've got property like cars or houses brought on illegal money, as you can say, like through rugs or anything like that, then you'll lose all your houses and your cars, everything. Your watches, everything. So I don't know if they do that in the US. If he's found guilty of taking a bribe and payment, would he lose his house? So anyway, I've just got to sort something out, see if I've got it. I've got to find it first. Come on. Just got to do a few little alterations. Put over in this corner. And then put maybe there it is. So, because that's the name of the channel. She just goes by Kylie's now, her channel is. She hasn't changed the what's name, Kylie's nail candy, but it's still the main title on her page now comes up as Kylie's. Okay. You'll lose a lot. You know what? If it takes 10 years, I'll be waiting for that day. Hear me, Craddock. I'll be waiting. I can't do much in the UK. But you see, we've also got an ally here who's in the US. And he likes us. He don't stop us from putting whatever we want to on his account, on his apps. And that's X. So I won't get blasted for putting stuff about you on X, Craddock, or UKP, or UCP, or any of your other fecking little cronies. Because Elon believes in free speech. So I think I'll start putting stuff on there about Craddock and Sumner County Sheriff's Department. Oh God, get off my screen now. The volume's up, and away we go. Oh God. Port. That rough voice is back. Wonder. Angry. Energy. It's about 15 minutes away from where they live, isn't it, Anne?
Cameron. Period. Condition. Amelia.
Good. Yeah, not far. About 15 minutes away.
Laugh. Ocean. Island. Object. Stay. Decide. Test. Record. Nothing. East.
Really? Where are they getting that information from? Interesting.
Busy.
Now, as you can see, Crookshank Lake is there. It is actually 7. Get my mic over. It's actually 7 minutes, 3.5 miles. Say 10 minutes. Well, give them a bit of leeway. But that's how close it is to them. That's where they live. That's where their house is anyway. And that's where the lake is. Now, if we go by that map that EMS guys showed Nick Berries, remember? Of the whole area they covered? That was in on the area. That was in on the search. Was that lake search? Did they have divers actually go in? Did they drag it? Did they actually search that lake? I don't think they did. I think there's a lot of lakes they have not searched. Look at these ones down here. Right? These here. They would all be in that circumference area of the search party. Too damn close for my liking, that is.
Decide.
Be right back.
Current. Clear. Table. Leave. Question. Once. Base.
Some of the speed
Dog.
Oh, didn't know that.
Cry. Pass. Step. Bird. Direct. Animal. Sun. Answer. Sun. Play. Main. Center. True. Cry. Simple.
Yeah.
Brown.
Oh, I believe that, Jen. I really do. Yeah. But you know what? I don't think KP is on rugs or Chris. Tell you why. Because rugs, I had a neighbour, right? When I lived in Birmingham. And she was lovely. She had 5 kids, single mother, 5 kids, bringing them up. She's doing a brilliant job with them. And then one year, the father to the eldest child got out of prison. And from the moment he got out of prison, she was on the rugs. She never used to use it before. Never. And at first I didn't realise that she was using. Because I said to someone, I said, Christ, like the woman next door, I said, she's lost such a lot of weight. She looks so good for it, you know what I mean? And someone said, that's what rugs does to you. Rugs curbs your appetite. Kills it. Right? Where cannabis, you get the munchies. Right? You get the munchies. But it still kills your appetite. And I knew another guy up here who smoked cannabis. And he was always getting the munchies. But he never put any weight on. So using any form of rugs kills your appetite. You don't feel hungry. And if you do, it's just munchies. It's not proper meals. And at one point, this one guy I knew up here, he wasn't using the happy tobacco, happy what is it we call it? Happy backy. Happy backy. He wasn't using it for a while. And he put weight on. And it suited him. But then he started using again, smoking more. And he lost it again. So, and they all have this high pitched, I don't know what it's like in the US, but in the UK, especially up in Scotland, oh my lord, it's like it does something to their voice boxes because they get this high pitched. You could be standing in the shopping line and someone behind you talking, you go, oh God, we've got a junkie behind us. Or, oh my God, we've got a junkie in the store. Yeah? Because you can tell by the voice. That's before you've even seen them. Then when you see them, you can tell them by, hey, the weight. And B, their eyes. The eyes are popping out their heads. It's like the eyes are too big for the head. It was unbelievable. And I used to see that daily where I lived. Anywhere in Dundee, you'd see it daily. I'd say alcohol, yes. Tell you why? Because alcohol does put weight on. Alcohol is known for putting weight on. Now, do I know that? Because my sister, who used to work behind the pub, well, I work behind the bar as well, so I can't say anything. But she was told she was as skinny as a rake, right? Skinny as a rake. And she started working behind this pub, and they said, why don't you drink a pint of Guinness or half a Guinness each day? Just have half a Guinness. So she started, whenever she went out for a drink, she'd have half a Guinness. And fuck, did she put weight on? So alcohol is the thing. But if they've had a big weight loss, like one person we've just shown on here, that could be through rugs. But I think with that, that's just guilty knowledge. Guilty conscience is eating away at her. Because, love, if you're doing that, Kathy, if you lost all that weight to make yourself look good, whoever is telling you you look good, I think you need to give them a slap because you look absolutely horrendous. You look like 20 years older. And we're only talking, what, coming up to 3 years? And I'll tell you how you know if it's drink as well. Because the blood vessels in the cheeks, you get, them little thin blood veins in your cheek, underneath your skin. They come up more when you're a heavy drinker. It takes years and years, but eventually you'll see it in the cheeks, you'll see it in the nose. You think something else as well? She might be, but I'd say alcohol is the main thing with her, in my opinion. Just from what I see with KP. Right? Because, damn girl, you've let yourself go. Katie, you let yourself go. Oh, that map has just showed. On this map, it's just showed us another route. But this one takes 22 minutes. Oh no, it's from Stafford Road, it's either 24 minutes to Crusher Lake, or from Enoch Way, you can get from that way, very close to Enoch Way as well. Closer to Enoch Way than Stafford Court. State Park. Didn't we actually mention that once, So Creek State Park? Oh, we did. Shut up. Okay. Come on. Go back to 1008. Hang on, doesn't she live over? Yeah, I think Kathy. But that's 7 minutes. And I think Kathy lives over this way a bit, so it's not much further. Ben has it all. Who's Ben? Oh, got a bit more of this.
Fingers. Vowel.
Oh, the other guy. Okay.
Such. Some. Blister.
that one is finished. I've just got to get this. Oh, this one's got the one from a day ago. It's got 17 views. Come on, we'll listen to that one. Don't touch me. Did you hear that? Did you hear that very faint voice say, "Don't touch me"? Bring the cameras, yeah. Go back. Right. I'm not sure if I've got the right one back on, but I hit it to stop it and it went to another one. So I've just got another one up. Bring the cameras. Did they take any photos? Did they take any videos? No telling. This is definitely an inside thing. Because if, as I keep saying before, if there was anyone involved in this case who was not in the family, or knew the family, or didn't know the family, just a friend of, say, Chris's, a work colleague, or someone like that, right? Then I think for the money that's being offered now, because don't forget they are offering so much for, I think it was 300,000 for credible information on whereabouts of Sebastian. Yes, I heard that, no touching. And 200,000 for credible information on where he is if he's no longer with us. So that is a lot of money where someone could make a new life for themselves. So the fact that no one is talking tells me this is an inside job. Because no way has they paid any one of those people off if there is people involved outside the family. There's no way they paid them off by 200,000 or 300,000. No way. Right? Now, apparently, the land that Craddock built his house on, he owned already, from what I understand. I don't know how true that is. And then he had the house built on it. Who paid for the house to be built? Richard Bishop, yes. That name keeps coming up a lot lately. As I said, if Sebastian is alive, then he's being hidden very, very well. And I'm waiting for, I know it's a long time and I don't really want to think that far ahead because I'm wishing my life away. But I'm waiting for December the 7th when Sebastian turns 18. Are we going to see Sebastian come back alive any time from December the 8th? And if not, in 2027, I'll just make sure that I'm getting my facts straight here. Right? because I think it's 3 years, but I just want to double check. Oh, it's 7 years. In Tennessee, the legal presumption of death after 7 years of absence is established under Tennessee Code annotated. This law allows a petitioner to file a petition to declare a missing person dead, providing the missing person has been absent from the place of residence and unheard of for 7 years or longer. If the absence is satisfactorily explained, the missing person is presumed dead. This law also requires consideration of exposure to specific peril in every case. Let's just see what it says here. Tennessee courts followed the English common law in regard to the presumption of death. Under the common law, a person missing for 7 years was presumed to be deceased. In 1941, however, the legislature passed a law which did away with such presumption of death. For 60 years, from 1941 until a new law was passed in 2001, family members of a missing and believed to be deceased relative has a tough challenge. The 1941 law required the presentation of evidence to prove the death of the missing relative, even though in most cases there was no sufficient legal proof of their missing relative's death. In 2001, the Tennessee legislature passed a law set forth at Tennessee Code annotated section 33102, which allows the probable court to apply a presumption of death after a person has been missing for 7 years. So it's 7 years. So how did you pay for all this when he's asking for more money? Who paid for all this? Well, Richard Bishop is the one in charge of is one of the head people of the Arks. I know that much. And with the Arks, they can move them from one place to another. That's what I mean. There's no way they can afford to pay for that. But what about his mummy dearest? Craddock? Yeah. Oh God, yeah, he's asking for more. He reminds me of our government in the UK wanting more revenue to come in to pay for other things. Well, how can he put it this way, Anne? How can he afford that house? How right? He had the land already, apparently, but who paid for the house? The house had to be paid for to be built, right? Now, if he's got that money to build a house like that, why didn't he serve before him have a nice house? Why didn't he have a nice, comfy life? Because he wasn't taking backhanders like that piece of shit Craddock is. Hang on, let's see what they say. What it says. I'll put a question in. What is the annual wage for a sheriff in Tennessee? The annual wage for a sheriff in Tennessee varies based on different sources. Right? As of May 2026, the average salary is $120,375 per year. Another source states the average salary is around $47,850 per year. The average salary for a sheriff's department is approximately $64,404 per year. These figures include a range in salaries reflecting different contexts and roles within the sheriff's position. So the top man, which is Craddock, he'd be getting the top money. And the normal everyday Tom, Dick and Harry sheriff would be getting round about 47, between 47 and 64. Hold on. Right. So it all depends on their position and rank as to how much they get. But it does say the average salary. He's the head sheriff, isn't he? So we'd be getting around about 120,375 per year. Let's just see what else this says. How much does a sheriff make in Tennessee? June to... God, I hate this. Consent. Get off my screen. As of June 380 per year, which breaks down to an hourly rate of $58. Every salary can vary significantly. Here's a look at the typical salary range. Top earners percentile is 143. Majority range, that's 25th percentile, is 108 to 576 to 132 to 307. Entry the 10th percentile, it's 90. So even as a newbie, as a new sheriff, you're going to be earning about 97,000, 97,000, no, 97, yeah, $97,827. Um, a sheriff's salary isn't a fixed number, it's shaped by several important factors. Below we'll explore how your years of experience, geographic location, and company size can directly affect your potential. Right. Let's have a look. hmm For Tennessee, it's not coming up. Wait. Oh, Tennessee is 120,381. So it goes on where it is, the locations, how long you've worked there, and all that lot. States with higher cost of living or stronger industrial sectors often pay more to attract them. For example, consider the average annual salaries in key locations. So I'd say New York is should be pretty high. New Hampshire 130, Rhode Island, Hawaii 134, New York 136,000, Connecticut 137, Alaska 139, New Jersey 139, District of Columbia 142, Washington 139, Massachusetts 140, 42, 142. So yeah, good money, but from what we understand, the house he's got is absolutely gorgeous. Wasn't it a $1 million house or more? Did I hear right that when I heard a $1 million house? So where's he getting the money to pay for that house? Well, we all know backhanders. We all know Craddock. We know. We won't tell no one that you're getting backhanders. But you know, Craddock, when the truth does come out on this case, and it will, because we will push and push and push until someone takes control of this case and has at least 2 people with handcuffs on. And then one of them is going to squeal like a little piggy. And you're going down. And then because of that, your whole department will be investigated. Your sheriffs, even if they're good sheriffs, will be made to look bad. If I was any sheriff in that department, if you're a good sheriff, I'd transfer out. Because I can assure you, when Craggett goes down, your departments are going down. Because you will be investigated. What was that Jen was trying to say? One state was had accused Sumner County of fraud, and yet I couldn't find nothing on that. Nothing. I went through every channel I could think of. I punched in every keyword I could think of, and I was getting nothing. As I said, there's a lot of things I can't get into because as soon as I do go into it, it goes, you are out of the area, you're not in the US, and all this blah 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 blah. I'm going, oh, you piece of shit, right? So I don't know. Let's just listen to this for a few more minutes. Even though it's longer than a few minutes, we're going to listen to this just for a few more minutes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew. bullet. Sky. Sky. Help. Help me. Dog. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. I will put the link to this one in the description when I upload it tomorrow. So if you want to go over to Kylie's, you can also type in Kylie's nail candy. That will take you there as well. And listen to them. She's got someone there for Lily and Jack. So please go over to Kylie's and subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. Because these spirit boxes, I like them because it doesn't necessarily mean if we hear like Sebastian's voice, which sometimes we do, it doesn't necessarily mean is unalive. It just means there could be someone else a spirit talking for him, right? So you've always got that hope that he is still alive. But my gut is saying no. But my heart is saying yes, he's still alive. But my gut is saying I don't think so. And I think unless they're gonna come up with some miracle after his 18th birthday, because Chris did say, oh, when he's 18, if he's found after well, once he's 18, if he's found, it'll be classed as a misdemeanor, which means everything that's gone on in the 3 years, all these lies by him and her, by CP and KP, and the family, and all the distractions of everything will just be poof, gone. We know for a fact the CPS reports will be closed because he won't be a child no more once he hits 18. But it doesn't mean Sebastian cannot press charges if he wants to, because he could if he wanted to. So remember that, CP. Yeah, yeah, it is weird shit. But is he going to turn up alive after his 18th birthday? Because that 18, number 18, kept coming out a lot a few months back. Have you noticed all those other channels? The, as I call the dark side channels, have all gone quiet as well. Yep, they've all gone quiet. Why is that? Chris, can you help us out there? Why has your little cronies all gone quiet? Why have they all gone quiet? We used to have fun listening to them sometimes with their BS coming out of their mouths that you used to tell them. The BS that you used to tell them that they used to put out. And then you say, I don't know where they're getting all this information from. You're putting it out there, you piece of shit. But yeah, that's my gut feeling. And my heart says one thing, my gut says another. And I always go with my gut. I'm sorry. I have to go with my gut because otherwise it plays up bad. And I mean, it really does play up bad. If something is bothering me, my gut will play up. Yes, they are screwed if Sebastian turns up. But will he talk? Will he know where he's being kept? Because for all we know, he could say, I don't know where I've been kept. I was just kept in a room. There was no windows, there's nothing. And then they just dropped me off in the middle of wherever. And that's when you lot found me. I don't know anything. I don't know I haven't heard their voices. Haven't seen their faces. You know what I mean? So would he be able to say anything, tell us anything if he just turn up? You're welcome, Jen Jen. So are you, sweetheart. So are you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to overdo it because I'll overdo myself again and it'll make me ill again. Anyway, so please, if you haven't already, go over to this channel and hit like and subscribe for that channel. That will tell you that I put videos out in there which involve not just the UK. I haven't done yet any involving the US, but I will. And it's all about the injustice, all about cases where there's been injustice with people, where law enforcement has lied their backsides off, and their governments are hiding information and stuff like that. I just haven't been able to find anything in the past couple of years because Trump's been And he's so open. He's like a fucking book. You can read him. You know what I mean? I believe he will be 18, not under their control anymore, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm gonna look. We're gonna look at those videos of the lights again, because that is something that has really piqued my interest. The fact that those bins were still on the driveway, and the fact that I found that picture out of the trash truck going past their house because the ring camera across the road catches it, and mob crew got hold of it. It was sent to the mob crew, but you don't see the trash bins. You see the garage lights on, you see their driveway, but you don't see the trash bins. And yet the guy said the trash bin was far heavier than usual. It, yeah, he can. I hope he does. If he's alive, I hope he does. I'd like to know where they've been keeping him if he is alive. That is one. That is the one question I would like to know. But if he says, I don't know, because I've just been kept in this cellar somewhere with no windows, right? He could have his little switch there. He could have a switch there, which is keeping him company because it's not connected to the internet. You know what I mean? He could be playing. He could be doing anything. It could be anywhere. Yeah, it's been lovely seeing you here tonight, Jen Jen. So anyway, I'm gonna call it a night, and please hit that like button. If you're watching on replay, hit that like button. Leave me a comment. It all helps with the analytics. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. All those 3 things cost you nothing. Until next time, stay safe.
Never slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last.